Tom with MedicalAlertBuyersGuide.org. Today we're going to take a look at the three major types of medical alert systems on the market. In-home systems, mobile systems, which are also known as GPS medical alerts, and the newest generation of medical alert system, smartwatch medical alert systems. We're going to look at the pros and cons of each, and we're going to try to help you decide which type of system is right for you. Watch the video to the end and we'll share our pick for the best overall medical alert system of any type for 2024. And we will also give you some very useful money-saving tips. Now, our team has spent more than 12,000 hours researching and more than 500 hours performing detailed hands-on tests on all the major medical alert systems on the market. You can find a review of every one of the systems on our website, and you can find our pick for the best home system, the best mobile system, and the best smartwatch if you look at the top nav on our website under Best Medical Alert Systems. Our tests included not just tests on the hardware itself, but also the service level that we got from the companies that stand behind these systems. Because when you buy a medical alert, you're not just getting a piece of hardware, you're getting a level of service from a company that monitors you in an emergency. You want to know, is the company going to be fair? Do they bill you fairly? Do they treat you well? So to that end, we had mystery shoppers call up the companies and ask the salespeople questions, just to see, did we get good, clear answers, or did we get a sales pitch? And when we were finished with our testing, we boxed up all of the systems and returned them within the 30-day return window. And then we checked to see, did we get a full and fair refund? That's very important. So let's get started. When you think about a medical alert system, the first thing you think about is probably the traditional in-home system. That's a system that consists of a base station with a big button and a speaker on it. That system plugs into your home telephone if it's a landline system, or it may include a built-in cellular phone connection that you pay for as part of your monthly monitoring subscription. That line is only used during an emergency to communicate with the emergency operating center when you push the panic button on the device itself. You set the system up somewhere in your house, maybe in the bedroom, in the kitchen, somewhere where you can have good, easy access. But the system also comes with one or more wearable devices, like this pennant, which I can hang around my neck, or I can use a clap-on wrist strap to put it on my arm and wear it a little bit like a watch. In practice, you're probably going to push this button more than you push the button on the base station, because you can have an emergency anywhere in your house, not just in the kitchen or the bedroom where the base unit is. So these systems are good, but they sometimes lack the features that some of the more modern systems have. We'll take a look at some of the other systems. Mobile systems are a big step forward for medical alerts. First, the entire system is this compact device. You can wear it around your neck with a lanyard like I have here, or you can wear it on your hip with a hip holster. They're very practical devices. Everything you need is here. The button, the speaker to talk to the help center, everything. The only other component is the charging station that you keep by your nightstand, so that every night when you go to bed, you can take the alert off, put it on the charging station, wake up in the morning and have a fully charged alarm. These systems use a combination of GPS location and Wi-Fi position location to track your movements around town. So if you're an active senior and you're not just at home all the time, this type of system can get you help wherever you are, very accurately. The mobile operators can see your location at any time, and I should add, any caregivers that you have can get access to your online account, either through the website or through an app, and can see your location in real time for most, but not all of these systems. The third type of system is the smartwatch system, which probably has the best advantage of being the most stylish, most attractive looking system. This looks like a cool piece of technology. It doesn't look like a clunky medicinal device. And that may be the most attractive thing about this type of system. If you're buying this for a family member and you're trying to convince them to wear the medical alert, they may resist a big system, they may resist one that's a little bit bulky, but something that looks like a watch, they might actually wear. Also, these systems contain fitness trackers, heart rate monitors, a lot of cool apps that you find on a fitness device. So they're more than just a medical alert, though of course that's the most important function that they have. Now, keep in mind, the most famous medical alert smartwatch is the Apple Watch, but it's not a system that we recommend. We recommend systems from companies like Bayalarm Medical, Medical Guardian, or the other companies that we list on our website, because those are dedicated, self-contained systems. This system doesn't need an iPhone to work. It has a built-in cellular connection. It's a standalone system. Same is true of Medical Guardian and the other leading systems. The Apple Watch needs an iPhone to work with, and it's not a fully independent device. Read our detailed review of the Apple Watch to understand more reasons why we don't recommend the system. So which type of system is best for you? And that answer really boils down to what are your most important criteria? First, we have to consider price. If you're price sensitive, that probably pushes you more toward the traditional in-home system, which are the most affordable systems. The most expensive systems are the smartwatches. The other thing to consider is what features do you really want? And that really boils down to two key features. One is automatic fall detection. So the traditional alerts work by you pushing a button, and all of them have a panic button that you can push at any point. But the more modern systems include automatic fall detection, which is a mechanism for sensing sudden impacts, sudden changes in acceleration, and triggering an alert automatically, which is very helpful because when you fall, you might hit your head and not be able to respond. Now, the traditional in-home systems can include an option for fall detection, but that's normally $10 to $15 a month more, so you have to factor that cost in. And the pendant that you use for automatic fall detection is separate from the panic button pendant that you wear. So that means you're actually wearing two devices, and it works, but it's not ideal. If fall detection is important for you, we would say you first take a look at mobile systems, because nearly all of these have automatic fall detection, though they are all different in terms of how many false alarms they have and how accurate their GPS location might be. Now, surprisingly, smartwatches are the newest type of system, but very few smartwatches actually have automatic fall detection built in, which seems crazy. They're the most modern system. Why do they do that? The answer is you wear these systems on your arm. Automatic fall detection works by sensing changes in motion or impact. If you wear the device on your arm and you wave your arms around, you can bump your arm, you can have a sudden change in direction, and that can trigger a false alarm. This device from Bayalarm Medical, the SOS smartwatch, is one of only 2 medical alert watches on the market that has built-in fall detection. It uses advanced artificial intelligence that's constantly learning based on real-world data what's a false alarm and what's a real device. And that's one of the reasons why this system is actually our pick for the best overall medical alert system of any type of 2024. It has all the advantages of a mobile system and the convenience and attractiveness of a smartwatch. And it's also a pretty fair price system. The other thing that you might consider an important feature is having a caregiver tracking portal. If you're buying the system for a loved one, you'd like to be able to know where they are at different times of day, especially if they have memory care issues. That rules out the in-home systems, which don't include any type of caregiver tracking portal. Many, but not all, mobile systems include a caregiver tracking feature, and most of the smartwatches include caregiver tracking. That means that these systems have either a website that you can log into or a separate app that you can log into, and you can see your loved one's current location in real time wherever they are. And of course, the emergency operators can see the location too, so that in an emergency, they can send help wherever it's needed. Now, what are our power tips for buying a medical alert system? First thing we would tell you is it is good to call the different companies before you buy. Don't just necessarily buy through the website, because one thing you can do is you can ask what sorts of discounts do they offer. Are you an AARP member? Many companies offer a discount. Do you have different health insurance? Some of the companies offer discounts for different health insurance providers. And just ask, what type of discount can you offer me? You may be surprised. The other thing is, all of these systems are no contract. We don't recommend any system that locks you into a long-term contract. The only major medical alert on the market that requires a 3-year lock-in contract is LifeAlert, and that's why we do not recommend LifeAlert. Buy a system that's no contract. But having said that, you can save on your monthly monitoring if you prepay any of these companies for a quarter or a year in advance. That doesn't lock you into a contract. You should be able to cancel and get money back. But look into prepayment and see if that's a good choice for you. The third thing is take a look at the prices of the different systems. On our website, we use a piece of data that we call the first year total cost of ownership. And that's this. When you go through the checkout process, you'll see an initial one-time cost for the system. That includes the hardware fee, any type of programming fee that they need to get you into their system, whatever type of setup is necessary. And that can be $50 or $100, or it can be $0. You have to factor that in, and then factor in the monthly monitoring fee that the emergency center charges for monitoring your device. Some companies are cheaper up front, but they're more expensive with monthly monitoring. So what might look like a cheap system initially is actually a very expensive system. So to help you figure that out, we've done the math for you and said, what is the real price for you to own one of these systems for 12 months initially? Not assuming you do any annual buy, just doing a month-to-month subscription cost. That's the fair price comparison point we use on our website. Now, the other thing to remember is you may end up returning the system, which actually happens, unfortunately, for a large number of MedicalAlert systems. Many families are buying these for an elderly parent. First, we encourage you to have the conversation with your parent and make sure they're on board with the idea of wearing a MedicalAlert system. If they're not, you may have to face the fact that you buy a system and return it. So in that case, make sure to read the return policy and read our detailed review and see what experience we had returning the system to the company. Some companies will refund your full fee, no questions asked. Some companies will refund your monthly monitoring fee, but they will not refund the $100, $90, $50 startup cost that came with the system initially. Know what you can get a refund on before you buy. So I encourage you to look at our website, take a look at all of the systems that we review, read our detailed reviews, and by the way, please follow us on YouTube to learn more. I'm Tom with Medical Alert Buyer's Guide. Please stay safe and stay healthy.